I'm Jocelin Snow, and welcome to episode 5 of Be the Boss, Taming the Beast. Tips, tricks, and techniques for taming taller adventure bikes for shorter riders. Today we're going to talk about getting that big old bike turned around. Have you ever been on a ride with your buddies heading down a dirt road and all of a sudden you come across a closed gate, a closed road, or maybe you're just off route and you got to get that thing turned around. We don't want to tear up the vegetation on the side, we want to stay the trail. So it's real important to be able to turn your bike around in a narrow area safely and effectively. So today I'm going to tell you and show you 7 fun ways to get your bike turned around. Number 1 is going to be the wait for me turn. From there we're going to do the kickstand pivot turn on to number 3, what I call the spider turn or the 3-point turn, also known as the Y turn. Number 4 is going to be the U-turn. I call it the trophy turn, counterbalance turn. Number 5, the pivot turn. And 6, the famous elephant turn, also known as the bear turn. We're going to spin the bike around with feet on the pegs. And finally, I've talked my buddy Brock into coming on out and giving me a hand to show you guys the Neanderthal turn. Should be a lot of fun. Can't wait. Let's go check it out. So just last week, Brock and I were rolling down a nice back road, and we took in a turn. We thought it looked like a good way to go, but we came right across a closed gate. And at that point, we had several different options on getting the bikes turned around and back onto the right track. One way that we can turn the bike around is the wait for me turn. I've been there, I've been that rider. We're gonna get off the bike, you gotta wrestle that bike around. It takes a ton of energy, and if I call it the wait for me turn because by the time you get back on that bike, you're waving back at your buddies going, hey, wait for me, because it takes forever, and it's exhausting. Next up, the kickstand pivot turn. This is an excellent way to turn a bike around, especially on a narrow, tight track, maybe a single track, where you just don't have the room for some of these other turn options. These bikes are pretty rugged, this BMW in particular, and you can lean it up onto the kickstand and pivot the bike around the kickstand, get it turned the other direction, back up, and on your way. It takes a lot of energy. It's not the most desirable turn, but when you don't have a lot of space, that's the way to go. The spider turn, also known as the 3-point turn, the Y turn, the duck paddle, it also doesn't look so great. That's when you gotta have some long legs to get that going. But basically, you decide you gotta turn around and you gotta duck paddle or use all your legs like a spider. Pull that bike back and forward and back and forward till you get that thing turned around, point in the right direction, and off you go. This also can take a lot of energy and be a little bit exhausting. The 4th turn we're gonna demonstrate is the trophy turn, which is also known as the U-turn or counterbalance turn. Gonna come into where you need to turn, you're gonna set yourself up, put your weight on the outside of the bike, weight that outside foot peg, push the bike down, turn your head all the way around to look at the exit of the turn, get that bike turned around, get on out. The pivot turn. The pivot turn is a great turn, but it's a little technical, and if you have shorter legs, it can be challenging. But all it is you're gonna come in, plant that one foot, turn your head, throttle, release the clutch, get that rear wheel spinning, spin it around, and exit on out. It looks real cool, but it takes a lot of practice. Number 6 is my favorite, the elephant turn, also known as the bear turn. This is a feet on the peg U-turn. You're gonna come in with a little bit of speed, you're gonna stomp on that rear brake to initiate the slide. Once the bike starts sliding, make yourself J or an L, depending which way you're going. Turn that head around because turning that head and looking over your shoulder is going to help turn the bike. Pulling in that clutch, letting that bike slide, and once it starts to get on the outside of the slide, you're going to release the clutch, add a little more throttle, still looking through the turn, and then throttle on out and go and head out and catch up with your buddies. And if you saw episode 4 of Be the Boss, well, you caught the end of it where Brock showed us the Neanderthal Turn. Now, I can't really do the Neanderthal Turn, but it's pretty fun to watch. So Brock came back to show us how this works again. But Brock basically picks the back of the bike up and spins that bike around facing the other direction, sets it down, and back on the bike, and off we go. That's pretty awesome. And when Brock does it for me, it doesn't take any energy from me at all. Now, why do you think I ride with Brock? Well, Brock, thanks for coming out here and playing with me today.
Thanks, that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
I think I need to do some more practice. So.
I think I need to do some more practice too. Some of those turns are a little more difficult than others. Except that Neanderthal turn, I don't think I need to practice. That you can own that one. I imagine that is probably perfect when you're in deep sand. You can just pick it up.
Yeah, and deep sand, whenever you just want to turn around and go back and it's hard to make the bike roll or anything like that, it's kind of nice.
That makes sense. And a pivot turn, I struggled with a pivot turn. Having like a rock or a stump or a root to put my foot on so I can get that bike leaned over enough to break traction is easier for me, but other than that, that's probably not my favorite turn. I could practice that a little more. You?
Oh yeah, I think I need to practice all of them a little bit more.
Oh, that's good. Well, we really had a good time today. I hope you guys had a great time watching. If you enjoy this, by all means, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel. We'll make you some more videos. If there's something that you'd like to see, just please throw it in the comments below because we're looking at them all. This is my buddy Brock, and I'm Jocelin Snow. Thanks for watching.